Hey, we're back. Let's try and draw less lands this time. Except, you know, more than one colorless land. This is a clear mulligan of our hilarious multiple deadweight openers with one land. That was the worst so far. This I think I have to keep. Ugh, I only have 6 islands in my deck, though. But I think it's better than 5. And okay. Well, we have an island on top, so clearly I'm a genius. Clearly I'm a genius. Yeah. Alright, well, this will work out acceptably, I think. Ooh, blue-red. Okay, but nothing on turn 2. I will take it. I wonder if this is... Okay, he's got that card. I like that one, as I'm sure we know by now. And... well... this is a little awkward because I really want to play Niblis of Dusk. You know what? I think I can give him 1 loot. And then... yeah, I'm going to give him 1 loot because then Niblis of Dusky and I get an extra power next turn. So I don't think there's much in blue-red that will save his guy. And even then it will just save him for like 1 additional turn, right? So I think, although you know what? I've actually, no, that's probably bad because what I've done now was opened up the Madness, Just the Wind, and he has 6 cards in hand, so that can't be that unlikely, right? Alright, that was probably pretty bad. I should have, oh, or the counterspell. Yeah, okay. I should have just, not been greedy and deadweighted last turn. But we did get our prowess trigger, so take that. Oh well. Well, we can always kill this guy with throttle if we need to, but... yeah. Alright. Yeah, I just should have never attacked into that like a goof. Alright. Well, rather than try and throttle his guy now and have my dreams crushed, I'm gonna go for this. Okay. Would I rather trade with this? I think I'd just rather trade with this. So what I'm going to do is wait till he blocks. No, wait. I'm just gonna throttle this. Yeah. I'm just gonna throttle this, and I was gonna say, because then next turn we can actually just kind of like empty out our hand. We're just gonna throttle it. Because I was thinking about bouncing this guy and trading, or bouncing this guy and just getting in for 3. But I think throttling and getting in for 3, and then we can... I was just going to play this and discard the land, but next turn instead we can just play this with nothing in hand, if we need to. Or just play it in Madness out to Just the Wind, pointlessly, and yeah. I don't know. It's I think it's better permanently getting rid of his flyer while keeping ours than any of the alternatives. So that's what I stuck with. Okay. Yeah, he's doing some sweet stuff. We haven't seen the Pyre Hounds yet or anything, but this is pretty good against Pyre Hounds. I wish we had more of these. Now the question is, will he Madness? The answer is no, no Madness. Simply Island, goodbye. Yeah, I mean, I think we'd be doing a lot better had we killed this guy a little earlier, but we didn't, so we didn't. Okay, this turn, well, I want to get in there for sure, so once again, we'll do that first. And then I think I'm just going to play the Ghoul Steed, rather than, do the, like, Just the Wind Pale Rider combo, or whatever. I mean, he does have a bunch of mana and a looter here, but if we just keep hitting him, we're going to keep hitting him, and this is now a pretty resilient thing we can slam down, and... okay. So he takes nothing this turn, but we can slam this down, and just leave. Like, I can bring him back while bouncing something and just getting rid of land. That's not too bad. And this is something he does actually have to deal with, unless he just feels like blocking. But our opponent has a lot of cards in hand is the main concern. This Reckless Scholar has been very good to him, I think. Get rid of a Tormenting Voice. Yeah. He's mostly just gotten rid of Chaff, and presumably got to his good cards. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. But if he doesn't like Scrutiny or something again, like, I don't know, maybe he might. And there's a very good chance he has a burn from within, but if he doesn't, this thing could be a real pain in our opponent's ass if he can't get to something that can outbig it, like a Pyre Hound or whatever. And there's our Turnley loot from our opponent. Highland Lake. Ooh, the duel. Alright, so I am getting in for 2 this turn. And just like last turn, I'm going to play this. Yeah, I think because the consideration could have been, like, if he bounces, I could play this land, and then if he bounces it, I could play these both and Pale Rider next turn, but then I'd still have to discard my, like, Just the Win for nothing, so I think at this point I'm just holding on to Just the Win for one of his win conditions, and I don't know, he just doesn't seem to have that much to actually block, since I think getting rid of that Storm Spirit was a very good play with the throttle. Since we also caught him when he was tapped out, I think being greedy with the deadweight might not have been that good of a play against the Reckless Scholar. It would probably be nicer to have that thing dead properly and just be attacking a turn later, but I still think we're in a non-terrible spot here. Like, if he just has a bunch of, like, mediocre spells like this, and that's what he's digging to, and that's what he's doing, right? Things could be a lot worse. And, yeah, Ghoul Seed's definitely been good this draft. I cannot complain about this card. In fact, if it came into play untapped, we might have not even have lost the last game, which is pretty incredible given how hard we flooded, so. And he cracked, he's out of clues. You're out of clues, I'm out of time, doing out of my head when you're not around. Okay, we're gonna attack into that. Pretty no fear, given that we're holding the bounce spell, and yeah. Well, I'll probably, yeah, I'm gonna attack with both guys here, and then I will play Pale Rider, just getting rid of one of my lands. Alright. Well, I guess I'll wait to see if he actually has a trick before I bounce one of them. But I'd definitely rather kill the Reckless Scholar. Like, I'm thinking maybe Adjust the Wind's coming on this guy to pump this guy, and then no, he's just, I'm okay trading it for both and then just bringing my Ghoulsteed back. Like, oh yeah, okay, here we go. Catalog, okay. In that case, I'm going to Just the Wind the Sanguinary Mage, I think. And we're going to get in for an extra point of damage here. And he let it happen, and he's going to lose his looter. I mean, but he was clearly, I could have still obviously killed his looter, and he just would have got to keep the Sanguinary Mage, and then I just would have brought this guy back. Like, I was fine trading it 2 for 1. I was thinking about bouncing one of them to blow him out a little, but I was like, no, I'm happy discarding just 2 of the cards I have in hand here. So, and speaking of discarding, yeah, I'm just going to run this out here and get rid of a land. I always feel like I have to target, like, his ability, but it's not how discarding works, really. The trigger goes off first, and then the stuff happens. Because, yeah. Alright, well, there's the aforementioned Pyre Hound, which that could get pretty big pretty quick here, but he can't deal with my flyers, and I have 2 cards to bring Ghoulsteed back. Yeah, I'm just gonna slam here. If he makes it, a 3/4, I guess that's pretty bad for this guy. But If he blocks that guy, he's taking 6 this turn. I think I just slam with everything. Like, I'm sure he can make it a 3/4 to kill my 3/4 to kill my Pale Rider, but okay, that's one of the better ones he could have ran out, because he can now block with that and kill my Niblis as well. But my Ghoul Steed is eternal, so. Yep. Alright. Well, we kind of want to get rid of his Pyrehound now. Which really, we need Kindly Stranger Sinister Concoction to do. I guess, had I known it was going to be... If it was anything other than that, anything other than a spell that also killed our Flyer... another Pyrehound. If it was anything other than a spell that also killed our Flyer, it was good attacking with the Pale Rider. Because we did not... because it was that, and it killed our Flyer, it was not as good. And there's Kindly Stranger, so we're going to play a 6th land and just, I guess we attack first? No, I think we play it and then we attack. Yeah. I mean, the fact that he has 2 now is a little annoying, but we are running this into counter spells, but okay, we lucked out. Yeah, let's go in and see what he does. I mean, he has to block. Yeah, this is the best case. That means he doesn't have really enough to properly fuck with us, and we're just taking 1. And now we can wait, and we'll just we'll kill his guy on end step if nothing better presents itself. Stifle's not in this format, so once we've nor split second, so once we've landed this, it guarantees at least one of these guys will be out of the way on our next turn. But these are the cards that basically make his deck good. His deck is really powerful when he has one of these. They get really big really fast, and once they get too big for throttle or whatever, right, so I'll just take 2. If he has some magic thing to deal us 16 damage in 1 turn, I can just kill this guy. Okay. So that makes him 4. We're taking 8. Okay, he could have 2 of these. But like I said, I'm just going to Kindly Stranger. Like, if he can't kill us this turn, I'm just going to Kindly Stranger the other one. I guess the other thing to consider is burn. Okay. Right, so now it's 7. Okay, well, I guess it still doesn't kill us, but now we're dead to a small burn spell, so I'll just go ahead and Kindly Stranger now. Yes, please. Which is, you know, kind of good for him because he gets to hang around to this one, but alright, well, I think we just deadweight this guy, makes him a 3/4, and then we swing with both our dudes. Can't bring the Ghoul Steed back this turn if he deals with it somehow, but that's pretty alright. Yeah, he still didn't quite have us with the Spiteful Motives, which maybe it would have been worth, and he just kills this guy. Okay, yeah, well, he had to chump if he couldn't make it bigger, right? Otherwise he would have lost. But yeah, we were dead to a small burn spell at that point, and then if the small burn spell goes on the stack after I deal damage, doesn't matter if I destroy the creature, I've already taken damage. But as far as I could tell, I was taking 14 there, I think. Yeah, it would have been 4. Ooh! Ooh, mama. Alright. That's quite scary, but they are tapped. So I think we swing with both guys, because... Yeah, we swing with both, because... Just plain twins, actually. He doesn't have quite enough to kill us next turn, and I'd rather play around him stopping one attacker than him stopping our one blocker. Can he stop 2 attackers? Oh, okay. I think he's realized he's just dead. Or he's doing, yeah, okay. So he clearly had something in hand, but it couldn't stop them both, and this would have kept us alive. So hey, man, I guess he got the alternative when we couldn't win the last game because of Ghoulsteed with coming into play tapped. If these had come into play untapped, he would have had a pretty decent shot at this game. But such is life. I don't think there's much we want to side in. Well, this might actually not be terrible against him. Maybe that's something to think about instead of like the rat. No, the rats are good because they can block a Pyre Hound. Even if they're getting trampled, they can kill a Pyre Hound at any size. So Macabre wants. I think I still want to get my few threats back, even though he didn't show how he could kill them that well. Maybe. Maybe I won't just buy. I think I'll just keep it as is. We won the last game. I'll maybe think about this for game 3, but I'll try this. I think this will be pretty good. I think we still want like all our actual aggressive 2-drops to do stuff against this deck, and I don't think. Well, maybe the twins, but they're so good off Madness is the only thing. And this becomes an actual very aggressive play and nothing else. I don't think I want this for Delirium and such. All right, we're gonna stick with this, and I'll head on to game 2. All right. Yeah, this hand is pretty decent. I mean, it's got an aggressive curve, which I think is what we want against this deck. Like, it's funny how I always keep thinking we're playing for the long game, but really we have 2 long game cards, this and Ghoulsteed. But it's good that our deck can kind of play both ends of the spectrum, if you will. Oh, and this guy's quite good on turn 3 if he doesn't get anything out that can block him, so yeah, I think, and that's pretty fine as well, but there's nothing we want to. I think I'd rather just have the 2 power than the 3 power and have to discard here. There's nothing we really want to discard in this hand immediately. Like, the best discard would be the 7-drop, but I think we want that if the game goes long, so. Now I'd probably consider discarding that. But let's still get in there, and then we're still going to play this guy, because this is by far the biggest long-term threat if you can't block it this turn. There's something to block it. Oh, and now we can't. We don't have the double block for that. I guess I play the Wicker Witch here. Now the Wicker Witch would be like, because I can attack the Wicker Witch into his Hound when he's tapped out without it being too miserable, but the mono hounds draw, huh? Okay, well there's another. Now I'm just going to play this and the Goose's Bidding. The minute he casts a spell, this thing can start getting by his guys. For 1 red, yeah, I think I'm actually going to attack with the Wicker Witch here, because I can always Scrutiny if I don't. Yeah, okay, he's just going to take it. Sweet. So that means he doesn't. If he had like a Russia battle or something, if one of these goes up and the blocks, they both go up, so it's fine. I might lose my guy or whatever, right? If he blocks, I was probably just going to trade and save my Scrutiny because this is a more powerful play, what I'm about to do. But and then if he makes this guy bigger, suddenly this guy can get in, and then once this guy gets in once, he's getting in forever, right? So now we just get to flood our board a little bit. And give me that spell. I have finally learned how to Madness efficiently. Yeah, now we just have a shit ton of guys out. I don't think there's like a fire spout or something in this format, so pretty alright with just flooding the board here. And I don't know, it's going to get pretty awkward pretty fast for him. He's going to have to make these guys bigger, which means they won't be able to start blocking this guy, and eventually not blocking this guy either. As for this turn, I think I'm alright just attacking with the 3 powers, and if something happens here, we have the Scrutiny to potentially make it less damaging. I have to assume he has something here, right, with so much mana open. And yeah, I guess we just kind of play this guy. If it entered from, I guess, does this technically not? I don't think this technically enters from your graveyard. Okay, there's that. So now both our guys are in trouble. So we'll see how he blocks this. Probably just... Okay, if he just blocks that guy there, then I am gonna scrutiny here to keep our Pale Rider alive. And now this guy is going to start, he's made his, although, he still trades for a devil, so for the short term at least, it's not actually that great. But, I'm going to still run the Amalgam out here. This is another bigger dude. And then, yeah, this will still get just blocked by the devil, and then the devil will kill it. Which is a shame. But, one more spell, and our Pale Riders start sneaking under the Pyrehounds, and yeah, I think that's pretty decent. If our opponent's not attacking you, that's not... Oh, there's a deadweight. So, I think the play here is I actually deadweight the devil, and then I can get in with this. I think that's worth it, right? Like, I just have to get in with this guy once, and then if he gets bounced or whatever, it's whatever, but... Yeah, I think I just deadweight the devil. Alright, we're doing it. Got nothing that dies immediately to that, so it's just going to my face. And then this guy's getting in. Unless, I mean, he has 6 open mana again, so... Very possible he can stop it, but with the way things are looking, he's getting in. And he just got in. Oh, no, wait. I have first, He's not getting in. Okay. There's that. Let's crack our clue in response. Okay. So now our Pale Rider can sneak under as well. We can't play this land this turn, so we can't recast this guy. But so maybe I shouldn't have cracked the clue, but I still think it's alright to... Oh well. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Okay. Well, his Pyrehounds are getting very big, but one of them's dead if we Kindly Stranger in. Or Sinister Concoction, etc. And we're at 6 lands, then we can get the Moontrix out still. Like, getting both Pyrehounds early is quite scary. Okay, there's that. Yeah. Okay, well. What's the best way to make sure one of these guys dies? I'm gonna... Yeah, he can only have one more in hand, so this thing is a 6-7 at most. So... just gonna put 7 power on one. Yeah, he's killing 2 things. He's only killing 2 things either way, unless it's something that also makes it bigger. But I guess how am I hurt here if I quad block? Rush of Battle. It doesn't seem like this deck wants to put Rush of Battle though. Well, then I'd kill him if he becomes 8 toughness. But ooh, do I kill him through a scrutiny regardless? No, I don't kill him through... Ooh, Jace's scrutiny here is really bad for me. Kind of 6. I lose 3 guys. Okay, well, we're going to try this, and if he doesn't have Jace's scrutiny, I think we're alright. If he does, we're kind of fucked, but... the fact that he's ordering it just kind of normally makes me think I'm alright. Oh. No scrutiny, please? Fuck. Alright, well... that's what the fear was, but that's also the only spell that quad blocking doesn't actually help us on. redraw our Pale Rider. So I can play my 6th land. Where are these arrows still there? I can play my 6th land, or I can discard my 6th land to get my Pale Rider back out there. I think, even though I really want to play these guys, I gotta discard my 6th land to get my Pale Rider back out there. Okay. And is there any reason we'd want to get in for 2 here? Probably not. It's probably not worth it. You can crack 2 clues as well, so like it's pretty likely by the time he goes to combat he'll have an instant or sorcery. The fact that he's doing it pre-combat tells me he probably didn't though just there. Now he's probably got one. Or, well, he's tanking on the attack, so maybe he doesn't. He played a land. Okay, well, we just have to try again and think of what doesn't blow us out. Now we kind of need 8 power rather than 7, which just lets him kill our good cards, and then we're left with dick shit. Okay. But, yeah, fuck, I mean, we really just need at least one of these to die, right? So. And catalog, okay. Hopefully that's it. If he gets like Annihilating Fire here with his discard on catalog, then we're just donezo. But alright, what did he discard? Island, okay. Well, we got one of them. We just need a... Fuck, we actually can't play... Oh, no, we're just fucked. That's a downside of discarding that land. Kindly Stranger doesn't do it now. We just lose. Oh no. Yeah, we're just dead. There's nothing I can do for my graveyard. We don't have enough. Right, well, we'll make him do it, but yeah, he's gonna show us at least one more card here. I'll take it. Poor, just sure. And yeah, we basically just needed our Sinister Concoction there, or we were donezo. A few cards could have bought us another turn, but I guess Just the Wind is pretty good there as well. But R.I.P. Alright. What do we have? Do we have any sick... If they were 2 toughness, I would bring this in a heartbeat, but they just aren't. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go for this. I'm gonna bring this in, and I'm going to get rid of... Howl. What is not actually good? Fuck it, we'll take out the Macabre Waltz. He doesn't... I actually haven't seen very much kill from him. We're more concerned about tempo otherwise. I think I want this discard card. If I can just hit 1 Pyrehound with this, that's already huge, right? So, alright, we're gonna go for that. And he has enough cards in his hand late game that it shouldn't be dead as a late game card draw spell. We will play first. Yeah, I think I have to keep this. It's a pretty mediocre keep, but it's got something that can kill a Pyrehound, and it's got a threat, so sometimes you do what you gotta do. If I rip a 2-drop next turn, this hand is actually then pretty good. Like, if I just get any of my 2-drops, but if I don't, it's not great. Alright. This hand is not great. But our opponent is keeping consistent and not doing much in the early game, so I appreciate that. And ooh, next turn is pretty good. We get him for 3 and we get 2 zombies. I will take that. Though he could counterspell our Gisela's Bidding, but I'm not going to not do it, you know. He's on 8 cards. Okay. I was gonna say if he has to discard here. I don't know what the hell deck does that. Alright, but nothing. Well, I'm definitely afraid of counter spells and all sorts of other bullshit, but I'm still gonna go for it. Like, we're not doing nothing here because he has too many things that can just make us waste our turn, and he can still bounce this guy or something, but we got the zombies down, and we got 3 down. Alright, that worked out very well. And we have Throttle for a Pyrehound. That's basically, I think we can only lose to those cards, so I'm just killing that thing. He is tapped out, that thing is dying. And we are ripping a lot more lands, which really sucks ass, but yeah, we gotta kill those before they get too big to kill with Throttle. And now, I mean, we're hitting him for a lot. He's under a lot of threat here. If we had gas in our hand, I think we could win this game very easily. Now, it's a little questionable. There's another Pyrehound. Alright, removal right here. One time. Nope. Okay. I guess we will play the Warped Landscape. And discard. I wonder if I should just go here. Because if I just go... Well, maybe tank. If I go with 2 zombies here, like, if I have a deadweight or something, like, can he afford to block? Fuck it, I'm gonna go with both the zombies. Alright, he's called my bluff, and we still got 2 points of damage in, though, so I'll take it. And here, we're gonna discard a swamp, and we're gonna just crack our Warped Landscape on our end stuff. He still has to deal with our flyer. We got him low enough that even though he successfully landed a Pyrehound, like, he now has to, like, our flyer is a legit threat now, especially if we draw some non-creature spells. Because if it just gets 3 attacks in, and we haven't seen any hard removal, we've seen those devil fucks. So now I have to be careful about attacking with ground creatures, I guess, because he can use the devils to kill them. But mostly we've just seen, like, bounce and put it on top of our library, which will slow us down. Like, it's definitely a real fear. Like, but he's low enough, and he doesn't have life gain blue-red, that if he either makes this big enough that this can start getting underneath, or if he just can't do anything about this, I think we can get there pretty realistically, despite having drawn approximately 6,000 lands. Again, you know, I joked about running 16 lands at the beginning. Do I think it's terrible in our deck where we really want to hit our land drops to play Ghoul Steed and do things plus madness and play our Moondrakes? Absolutely, but would I have appreciated drawing a few less lands a lot of these games? Absolutely as well. Yeah, he's really tanking. I think he must be thinking about using a card somewhat inefficiently to get rid of this guy temporarily, but temporary is temporary. Alright. Oh, or just doing that. Alright, this guy gets bigger. One more instant or sorcery, though, and this guy's getting through. It's always hilarious when the skulk on this creature is actually relevant. And is he madnessing something out? Yep. Okay, so he's going to bounce that, presumably. Or, no, he might just want to bounce this. What's he targeting? No, okay, well, this is getting in now, so... I think he actually made the incorrect bounce there. This is only 3 power if we have flying, although long... Oh, I forgot to crack my Warped Landscape. I'm terribly bad at this game. Okay, well, this is going in. I don't know what he can do to it, really, with 1 mana and no madness outlets open. Okay. And... yeah, I guess we'll play 1 more land, but... yeah. And hopefully I will remember to Warped Landscape this turn. He's in a lot of trouble now. Now he has to deal with this. And if we rip non-creature this as well in 1 turn, and in more than 1 turn if he doesn't, I think we might have got there. Here comes something. But yeah, he made his life a lot harder, actually, by bouncing our... I mean, I suppose it's always possible that we had a couple of cards in hand. He thought we had ways to pump this more than once, but we don't have quite the density of non-creature spells he does, so... Tormenting Voice, okay. fine. Yeah, there's the island. Mm-hmm. Tanking this long with 7 cards in hand, Jesus. It's either he's trying to pick between a plethora of awesome things to do to us that will just wreck our shit so hard when he's trying to determine which one's either the best, or we've actually got him or almost got him here, and he's dreading his situation. Yeah, you know what? I probably should have cited the other one of these in, actually. Although, well, in some respects they're terrible because he has bounce and put shit on top of library. Uh, but on the other hand, and because you also don't really ever want to draw more than one, on the other hand, it's awesome against the Pyrehounds if we get an aggressive start, right? It's a 3/3, so it'll go over his like reckless scholars and shit without too much trouble, and then it'll go under the Pyrehounds once he starts actually doing something. Okay, and he's not even gonna like try and bluff an attack there or anything. Deadweight. Okay, we're just gonna play that on the Pyrehound because it gives our guy the prowess trigger. And by the way, I forgot about Warp Landscape again. But I would have shuffled my deck and not gotten a deadweight. It was all planned. So we get the prowess trigger. Oh wait, but that's no, that's actually bad. That makes I'm dumb. Yeah. Well, did we get there anyways? No, okay. Because that made it so this guy couldn't get in. Okay. That's fine. No, yeah. That we would have had him at 1 had we not done that. So. Or I could have attacked with both these anyways. Alright, well I wasted a turn there. Oh, what's this? Okay, clue is fine. Well, he's back in the... Now it's big enough again. Yeah. But, yeah, I think deadweighting was a small misplay there, actually. I think I would have rather had him at 1. Attacking with this doesn't change anything, because he can just block that. If I attack this and he ingenuities this, then he's at 1. And he would have had to, like, fear an instant, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think about that too much. It would actually, put him within skulk range. I guess, no, you know how I win that game? I deadweight my own zombie. How I win there? I deadweight my own zombie. Ugh, now I see him do that. Okay. If I deadweight my own zombie, I get the thing without reducing his guy's power. Yeah, that's how I... The line of play crossed into my head for a second, actually, but it was more of like a, oh, I can deadweight my own zombie, then he can't bounce this guy. And I was like, oh, but it doesn't actually matter in that respect, does it? Okay, give me something good. That's non-terrible. Well, here, if he blocks and makes this guy 3/4, which you can probably do with 6 cards in hand, that's pretty bad. So, I had the one. I just had to deadweight my own zombie. Although, I don't know for sure he didn't have another way of stopping that because he has so many cards in hand. He has the counter spell. Fuck off. Alright. But, yeah, then there, I think he could have probably blocked and made that guy a 3/4. Well, he has one more turn to stop our flyer again. But yeah, okay. So if I deadweight this, both these just get to attack. I forget how much mana he had up. I think he just had all his mana up, so it's definitely possible that he still could have stopped both of them, but yeah, alright. That or I could have just attacked with both. No, he would have gone to 1 then, because it's not like he can deadweight instant speed. He would have just scrutinied the 3/3. He's still got 5 cards in hand. We finally got a creature in there, so we do have our Delirium for Kindly Stranger now. That's the good news. Okay. That's awful. Well, we get to try again here. Yeah, not attacking with this. If he stops it here, yep, this will be one. Oh, that's really bad. Oh my god. Fuck, I forgot about that card. Yeah, we just don't have anything either. Okay. Still, he's got to keep it back to block if he wants to cast any more instants or sorceries, right? You know what we need here? We need the Skulk Rats. That's the only surefire way to win. We just need to not draw land, really, but we get a pretty low chance of that with what's left in our deck. We got, what, 11 lands not in our library, leaving 6 in, so we almost have 3-to-1 odds of drawing a spell. So, I'll be even more soul crushed when we don't here. Alright. Do it. He's not doing it. Oh. He's got all those cards, huh? Okay. Does Throttle let us win? I think no. But we can now... I mean, last turn it would have let us win. We can now wait and try and set up a board state where we throttle his one viable blocker. Hope he doesn't counter it, and then get in there with a Pale Rider. Because eventually all these hounds will be too big. Or just even... Okay, yeah. It's fine. Oh my god. Well, I think we just have to throttle that, otherwise we kind of lose, like, way too quick. Alright, well. Things are turning against us here. We did get it, though. Hey, okay. This was one of the better cards we could draw, for sure. We just give this thing flying. And I hope we get there. Come on. Oh. Okay. Cataloging with no mana. I don't think there's any 0-cost manas. I mean, he certainly made a lot of counters on his Pyrehounds there, but it's not, doesn't let you untap any lands. Took way too many years off my life, this entire draft. But we got there, we ended up 2-1. Which, things could be worse. We almost won our second round as well. We were very close there. If only they had pushed Ghoulsteed farther in development, we would have gotten there, guys. But then, you know, we didn't actually end up playing this card, but we did play this one. And this one. And we didn't play this one either. It was our first pick. Oh well. That was a fun draft. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.